Introduction. The Soviet Union. Let's take a trip down memory lane. What would your life be like if you lived in the Soviet Union? Now, I'll take you to 1978. No private property, no advertising, no free market. In short, no capitalism. But there is work. There is discipline. There is a state. People feel that their state is always behind them. If I'm in a difficult situation, my state is always behind me. If I'm fired for health reasons, my state is always behind me. If my manager isn't giving me my rights, my state is always behind me. Now, today, we will experience an ordinary day in communist Russia through two fictional characters. One is male, one is female. Both are factory workers, but their lives are not the same. 1. Character, Ivan, male factory worker. Morning. Ivan wakes up at 6 a.m. He lives in a small uniform apartment. The apartment is state-owned. There is no rent to pay, no housing worries. Breakfast is simple. Whole wheat bread, cheese, tea, eggs. There aren't many alternatives on the market shelves. If you want cheese, there's only one, and this applies to your other needs as well. But the food you consume is very healthy, prepared by non-profit food companies under strict state control. Work life. Ivan works in a metal processing factory. He works 8 hours a day, has regular breaks at the factory, has areas where he can socialize with his colleagues, and lunch is regularly provided at the factory, where he and his friends eat their lunch in the cafeteria. No matter how much he produces, his salary remains largely the same. No bonuses, no competition. But there is job security. It is difficult to be fired. This is one of the biggest advantages of the system. Ivan knows he should be proud of his work, because what he was taught is, you are working not only for yourself, but for the public. Evening after work, he sits in the canteen with his friends. Talking about politics is risky. Criticism is done carefully. State and hobbies in communist Russia. In the Soviet Union, hobbies were not a luxury but a necessity. Everyone had a hobby in communist Russia. The state thought leisure time either serves the state or becomes dangerous. Therefore, people were encouraged to pursue hobbies, but not on their own, but under the auspices of the state. For the Soviets, hobbies were not just leisure activities, but a matter of international prestige. There were sports clubs affiliated with factories, free for workers, wrestling, athletics, weightlifting, boxing, football. Ivan would go to the gym after finishing his work at the factory. The aim was not only health, but also that doing sports brought a healthy mindset and kept people away from crime. Sports were accessible to everyone. Art was their freedom? Partially, art existed in the Soviet Union, but she was definitely not free. As a writer, you can't criticize everything you want, for example, especially the Communist Party, but the areas that were particularly supported were supported areas, music, especially classical and folk music, ballet, painting, theater. When Ivan returns home, he turns on the television. One channel, the world depicted by the state. Ivan's dreams are limited. Not a bigger house, not a better life, just a calmer and more peaceful future. Anna, female factory worker morning. Anna also wakes up at 6 a.m. The difference from Ivan is this. Anna is not only a worker, she is also responsible for housework, childcare, family life. All of these are her responsibilities. Communist ideology advocates for gender equality, but in practice, women bear a heavier burden. Work life. Anna also works in a factory, the same hours. She earns the same salary as a man. This is an important difference. Compared to the capitalist world in Soviet Russia, women work and earn income. But managerial positions are mostly held by men. Heavy work is also given to women. Returning to work after pregnancy is difficult. Anna has to work. Being a housewife is not encouraged in the system. Everyone must produce. Evening Anna comes home after work. Her second shift begins. Dinner, cleaning, children. The state provides daycare, yes, but it's not enough. Anna is tired, more tired than Ivan. But she doesn't complain, because she was also taught this. This sacrifice is for the socialist society. Differences between men and women. Advantages for men. Priority in physically demanding jobs, higher chance of becoming a manager for women, guaranteed right to work. Access to education and employment, disadvantages for men. Individual achievement is meaningless. Limited dreaming, cannot break free from the system. For women, double burden, work plus home, greater physical and mental fatigue. General assessment, communist system advantages, no unemployment, basic needs guaranteed, free education and healthcare. Disadvantages, limited freedom, no choice, individual life is worthless. Uniform life, Ivan and Anna's life is secure. It is, but it is colorless. Nobody is very rich, but nobody is very free either. But in the current system, they dangle a carrot in front of us, saying you can get rich if you work hard, but this is a statistically low probability. In the United States, the most capitalist country in the world, the rate of upward mobility for poor and middle-income people is 5%, a very low rate. But they dangle a carrot in front of people. There is ultimately hope. But when you fall to the ground, neither the state nor society will be of any help to you. In which IV system would you want to live? Don't forget to like the video and subscribe.